Hi, and welcome back to the second video of InnoDB Cluster. In this demo, we're going to do multi-master InnoDB Cluster. This is not a recommended mode for most of the cases. It has limitations that needs to be checked, and you need to read well before you try it. But it's a mode that exists, and I'm going to show you how it works. This case, if you haven't seen the first video, you should, because I'm going to run through this quite quickly, as everything is very similar to the one that I did before. It's just the change of setting up a multi-master cluster. So again, we're starting with an empty machine, and the first thing we do is we deploy 3 instances. This time we don't need a fourth, so 3 instances, a minimal cluster for most of the times. That's exactly the same as before. There will be a very minor change in this setup to change this cluster from a single primary to multi-master. You'll see in a second. It's just one parameter we change, and that's it. And the cluster will be multi-master. Okay, we have the machines up and running. We're going to run a loop to set up the passwords. That's done. And now we will connect to the cluster, connect to the first machine, same that we did before. And now here's the change. Change is that now when we create a cluster with a DBA create cluster, we're actually using multi-master equals true. And then we add the false equals true. That's just makes just remove the question that present to you if you try to run a multi-master cluster. You will get an answer, a question asking, are you sure that you know what you're doing? False, just remove this question. And again, we need to add the other instances. So we add the other instances to our cluster. And when it's all done, you can check the status. And yep, we have the cluster, it's ready. And now you can see that all the machines are read and write, unlike before, where they were read and read only. Read, write, and read only. Okay. Now, Now we can bootstrap our router. Now this is another change. Now we only have a read-write port. We don't have read-only. So 6446 is our port for both read and writes. And now we can go to the demo and use the multi-master demo, start it up, and now you see that we have a split of read and writes to all the machines. So all the machines now accepting read and writes, and my application is built in such a way that there will be no conflicts. But if there are conflicts, you need to deal with them. Applications to deal with conflicts. And now in this case, a disaster is not a major thing. We just remove one of the servers and it just goes out of reading. So we connect to the MySQL shell. Let's kill the first machine. We'll take it down, and you see it goes down, and no one cares. The application keeps on going almost without no stop. The only stop is because my laptop is very busy doing everything it needs to do. And you can see read and writes are going to the other 2 machines, and now we can bring back our machine. It will come back up, and as before, it will catch up with the rest of the transaction it missed since it was down, and it will rejoin the cluster. The router will readjust, and here we go. The machine is back up. So that's multi-master. We're not going to extend this cluster because it's the same as extending the other cluster. There's nothing special about extending this cluster. Thank you very much. See you at the third video. Sorry. Thanks.